Hey, Coach Cruisers, what is going on? I am your host, Brad, and anyway, today we are talking Carnival. Carnival, as most of you have probably already heard and seen on social media, has now made wearing masks for crew members optional. And I know the majority of the crew members were very, very happy to get this news. As you've seen probably across social media, many crew members taking pictures with cruise passengers, whether it be bartenders or cruise directors or captains of the ship themselves, getting an opportunity to finally show off those smiles and let us all see their whole face again, which I know many of us, myself included, had longed to do that. I loved interacting with the bartenders, the cruise directors, the staff in general, and not to be able to see them, show off those pearly whites, I guess you could say, and to see that whole personality shine through was a bit of a disappointment. It didn't make the cruise, less by any means, because you still got the opportunity to interact, but it's certainly a perk, getting to go back and, look forward to that next cruise and see the crew members being able to show off those smiles once again. So that is something I'm looking forward to on my next cruise, and I'm sure you will be looking forward to it just as much. Anyway, Carnival also announced, as reported by the Wall Street Journal, that they are going to start making a stronger effort to clean things up on the ship. And what exactly do I mean by that? Well, let's get into that right after this.
I just can't get away from a good time.
Okay, so what do I mean by Carnival cleaning things up? Well, let's talk about Walmart. And you might say, "Wait, what's Walmart have to do with Carnival Cruise?" Well, Walmart's gotten, associated with Carnival in the sense that, Carnival is kind of like the Walmart of cruising, right? You do get the best value, the cheapest prices, and things like that. But sometimes you get some of the negative things, like some of the cruisers, very few, but there are a few cruisers that, because of maybe the discounted price, they bring on, a personality that is not wanted or liked by many other cruisers. And those are the people that are getting into the fights and acting, immaturely and rude to other cruise passengers and things like that. Carnival is trying to do away with that particular passenger, especially in particular those that might consider getting into a fight and bringing that kind of attitude and personality onto their ships. So they've, in addition to announcing that it will be a $500 fine in most cases, Carnival, depending upon, I guess, the level of the fight, whether it's just a little shoving or a full-on fight that we've seen videos of, will throw you off the ship at the very next port. And, it's up to you on how you get back. And, obviously that is going to sway many people to think like, hey, is the fight really worth me and my family getting thrown off the ship and never being able to cruise Carnival again? I think that's a pretty strong deterrent, by Carnival. Some people, though, it doesn't matter. Obviously, they don't have the intelligence in that moment to really think things through. They're acting out of, frustration and anger, and they don't think things through, and it's really not going to stop anything. But I guess fellow cruisers will have the comfort of knowing that those people will be kicked off. In addition to that, and this is something that, again, was announced in the past, but it's being brought up again, the Wall Street Journal and Carnival, making stronger efforts to curtail some of these things. But kids, teenagers, young people that are running around the ship at all hours of the night, knocking on doors, going up and down hallways, throwing things off upper decks and such, there is now going to be a curfew. 1 a.m. is the curfew for most young people. So if they are 17 or younger, they are going to have to be with an adult to be out past 1 a.m. Now, 1 a.m. I think is still a very generous time. I mean, you shouldn't need to really be out past 1 a.m. Most places, on the ship are closed at that time, with the exception of, say, the nightclub. But to be in the nightclub, you're supposed to be 21 or older anyway. So there's really no reason for a lot of these kids to be out running around, getting into any kind of trouble. So that could be something that helps. In addition, Carnival has announced that they're going to make a stronger effort to, I guess, look out for those people that are hoarding loungers. It's obviously a problem on sea days when people know that they're going to be out by the pool all day. They get up early and they might scout out and grab a 2 or 3 or 4 loungers, throw a towel or something on it, and walk away and go enjoy the ship for hours at a time, and then come back and just expect, since they put a towel on their lounger or something to hold it down, that they have the rights to that lounger the entire day, as long as they want. Obviously, that's not fair to the rest of the cruise passengers, and Carnival is going to start doing something in the way of, putting a sticker or putting a note on a particular chair, basically putting you on a time limit. If they notice the chair has been empty for any time at all, they can put a sticker on there, whether that's going to be 30 minutes or 45 minutes or whatever the case may be. If said person does not come back within that time, their belongings on that chair will be collected, and that lounger will then be open to anybody that wants it, right? So those are just some of the changes that Carnival is looking to go through in an effort to be, I guess, more like a Target, right? They want to, everybody loves Target. It's a place where you can go, where you can get deals, but it's clean and I guess it doesn't attract that level of customer that gets associated and made fun of, that goes to Walmart, right? So I think they're trying to be a little bit more like the Target, I guess you could say, of the cruising industry, a place that people love. It has good value, but at the same time, you're going to get a good product and enjoy your experience in there. So hopefully Carnival's successful in that endeavor, especially if they're going to be charging a little bit more. People are going to be expecting a little better experience. I've always had a good time on Carnival. It is my brand that I go on the most often. And the people that I don't want to associate with, I just don't hang out in those particular areas. And if those type of people, come into the area I'm in, there are plenty of other places on the ship where I can enjoy myself. So I haven't had much of a problem, but sometimes I guess if there's something you really want to do, you may have to be, forced to be around somebody like that. But again, at least Carnival's trying to do something about it. So that's all I have for you. If you're new to the channel and you would like to hear more content like this, if you enjoyed this, you're here to the end of the video, please like and subscribe if you would. It's not going to hurt anything. Obviously it's not like you even have any magazines stacking up that you're not going to read. If you just hit that subscription button, if you don't watch every episode, nothing's going to happen. It's just going to be in your feed a little bit easier, and you can hear some more cruise content, which is basically all that I cover. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you have an exceptional day and week, and I look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Take care, everybody.
I just can't get away from a good time.